जी न्यूज़ की टीम इस वक्त ताइवान में मौजूद है और ताइवान के विदेश मंत्री जोसेफ वो इस वक्त हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए मौजूद है क्योंकि चीन बहुत आक्रामक मिलिट्री ड्रिल लगातार कर रहा है। ताइवान की तैयारियां क्या हैं, इसी मुद्दे पर बात करेंगे। सर, वेलकम टू जी मीडिया। After Speaker Nancy Pelosi visit, China is doing very aggressive military drill against Taiwan. Is Taiwan expecting an attack from China?
This is a very good question. And if you look at the way China conducted its military exercises in the aftermath of Speaker Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, you can tell that this is a whole package that they've been practicing for a long time, and they want to use this opportunity to, as a pretext to do their exercise. They not only fired missiles over Taiwan, to the waters to the east of Taiwan, even in Japan's EEZ. They also conducted very large-scale air and sea exercises. And in addition to that, they also launched a massive disinformation campaign against us. And at the same time, they also announced their economic coercion measures against Taiwan and launched cyber attacks against Taiwan. So putting all this together, you can see that China has been preparing for it for quite some time. And they are looking for a pretext to do it. And this is exactly what they are doing. And China seems to be preparing for a war against Taiwan. As you can see, the trajectory of their military exercises in the last few years, it's been increasing steadily. And we have to be prepared for the future possible attack coming from China.
So is Taiwan ready for counterattack also?
We are ready for any kind of military aggression coming from China. We have been under threat, military threat, by China for a long time. And therefore, our military is trying to be ready at any time. We cannot predict when China is going to launch its military attack against Taiwan. And we shouldn't care that much whether it's going to be tomorrow or next year or 3 years from now or 5 years from now. The most important thing is that we have to be ready, and our military is trying to be ready at any time.
Mr. Joseph, China has imposed many sanctions on Taiwan. What kind of difficulties is Taiwan facing today? And is there any plan to stop the export of semiconductor chips to China?
That is something that has been under discussion for quite some time. We have been working with like-minded partners, especially the United States, on the trade sanctions or the trade exchanges with China to see what kind of material should stop from Taiwan to arm China's PLA. So that is being under discussion. But at this moment, the export coming from Taiwan, microchips or other matters, have been going through lots of scrutiny to make sure that the export coming from Taiwan going to China is not going to be part of China's weapons against Taiwan.
What is Taiwan expecting from India?
India is a great country, and the Indian Ministry of Foreign Affairs showed its concern over the peace and stability over Taiwan. And they also show sympathy to Taiwan, and they want all sides to stop the harassment or the tension across this area. And that kind of sympathy or support is highly appreciated. And there's something I would like to say to all my Indian friends. It's like-minded countries, all democracies need to show support to each other. There's something I would like to read at this point. This is a poem written by a German pastor during the Second World War. They came first for the communists, and I did not speak up because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for the trade unionist, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. And they came for the Catholics, and I didn't speak up because I was a Protestant. Then they came for me, and by that time, no one was left to speak up. And this is the spirit of the democracies around the world should have. And we speak up for Ukrainians, even though we don't have any relations with Ukraine, but we will continue to speak up for the world. By the same token, we hope the Indian friends will continue to speak up for us too.
My last question to you, is Taiwan expecting America to help Taiwan if China attacks on Taiwan?
We have Taiwan Relations Act, or I should, let me rephrase it. The United States has adopted Taiwan Relations Act, and this is the law governing the relations between Taiwan and the United States. Fighting for Taiwan is our own responsibility, and we are prepared to do our own defense. But before we started the actual combat, we need a lot of help from the United States, for example, the training, the providence of arms, and etc. And the United States has been very faithful in doing this, making sure that Taiwan is capable of defending itself, and I think that is quite important.
थैंक यू सो मच। तो ये थे ताइवान के विदेश मंत्री जोसेफ वू। जी न्यूज से बातचीत में कहा कि चीन इस तरह की तैयारी कर रहा है जैसे वो ताइवान के खिलाफ किसी भी वक्त युद्ध छेड़ सकता है, और ताइवान भी अपनी पूरी तैयारी करके रख रहा है ताकि वो अपने देश की रक्षा कर सके। कैमरामैन एस जयदीप के साथ विशाल पांडे, जी मीडिया, ताइपे, ताइवान।